Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impression and review kind of thing on the new, I think it's new, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation and Concealer range. I have heard so many good things about this on like the internet space over the past couple of months. No, actually weeks. Not really months, weeks. Everyone seems to really love this foundation. It's only $5.99 US dollars. Yeah, so if you guys are interested to see my first impression on this Wet n Wild range, then please keep on watching. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about the products itself. So this is the foundation right here. The packaging is, it's a glass bottle. Cool packaging. It's very nice packaging for a, you know, drugstore product. The foundation is $5.99 and the concealer is $3.99, I think. Don't quote me on it. You can, I'll write the actual price down below. And I got it off Beauty Joint. I'll link the website down below as well. That's where I get all my like Wet n Wild and like American drugstore products to Malaysia. I got the shade Caramel and also Desert Beige just because I wasn't sure which one, but after trying it on my face, like right now, I think Caramel is good. So this is the foundation packaging. It's a twisty cap thing, and this is the best part. Wait for it. It's a little spatula thing, so it's basically just like a plastic spatula that you like paint onto your face. Honestly, the main reason I wanted to get this is because of the spatula thing. I'm just a sucker for like really different foundation applicator things. Ugh. The applicator is really cool. I don't know how hygienic it is, but it's definitely fun to apply on your own face. You could always just take the petal and put it onto the back of your hand, so that's like hygienic too. The consistency is, so it's definitely not runny like the Tarte, you know, water-based foundation. It is thick. There you go. It's in between a cream and a liquid. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the first impression of this foundation packaging and consistency and stuff. The concealer, this I really wanted to try because a lot of people are comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape, which I haven't actually tried but been wanting to try for a long time. I should probably get one, huh? The consistency is very thick, but it blends away very nicely, and it kind of smoothens out your skin as well. Like it feels really smooth and matte. Yeah, it's still thick, but it doesn't feel thick. Yeah, and it just has the traditional doe foot applicator that most concealers have. The packaging on this isn't the greatest, but I mean, it's $3.99. Oh, I'm quickly gonna say for reference in case anyone's wondering, because I know when I was trying to figure out my shade online, I was really looking for like reference shades. So yeah, I'm just gonna list a couple of reference shades down below. So yeah, here's the demo. So for this foundation, I actually picked up two shades. I got Desert Beige and Caramel because I did get these online and I wasn't sure exactly what shade. I believe Caramel is a little bit more of a yellow undertone, which yeah, it does actually look a little bit more yellow compared to Desert Beige, which is slightly more pink in the bottle. I think I'm liking the look of Caramel a little bit better, so let's just swatch this. You know what, I think Caramel is kind of spot on, but I just want to see how Desert Beige is just for like reference. That's definitely a lot more pinky. Yeah, they're about the right shade, just that the undertone, this one is definitely a little bit more pinky and Caramel is definitely more yellow based, so I think I'm just going to go with Caramel. So I'm just going to grab the foundation and apply it directly with the spatula thing. I'm not too sure how hygienic this is, but I don't know, it's just so fun to apply. So I'm just putting one like dunk spatula full on each half of my face. Yeah, I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and the other half with a beauty blender. I'm going to do the beauty blender side first and just bounce it on. Oh whoa, the coverage on this is really good. Like even with the beauty blender, which actually shares the product out a little more, the coverage is still really nice. It is so nice. It's definitely a more matte finish for sure, but it just looks really smooth. It's very natural, but just looks really smooth and like nice. Oh my gosh, I'm really impressed with how that looks. It isn't sticky, but it isn't completely dry. Like it still kind of comes off of my finger, but it's definitely not tacky. I really like how that's looking so far. I'm gonna move on to this side of the face and just buff it in with this buffing brush. Okay, definitely a lot more coverage when you're using a brush, as expected. It is a bit harder to blend with the brush, but actually that could be because I left this side on way longer than this one. I think the foundation kind of set a little bit. So definitely work a little bit more quickly with these products because they do set on your face. This side is definitely a lot more coverage compared to this side, of course, because beauty blenders like share it out a little bit more. I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than it's like glitter on my face. I used glitter like last week and it's still everywhere. So that's how the foundation is looking so far. This one is the brush side and that is the beauty blender side. Obviously you can't see that much of a difference. I usually have a lot of texture here and it kind of smoothed it out, which I really like. So next I'm going to move on to the Photo Finish concealer. I actually picked up 3 concealers just because, again, I wasn't sure of the shade and I kind of wanted one from each shade group, so I got, let me just take these out of the packaging. So I picked up 3 of the concealer shades, which you can tell are all slightly different, like they're all different undertones. Highlight under my eyes right now, I'm either gonna, I think I'm gonna use a mixture of these 2, light medium beige and medium peach, so I'm just gonna put these under my eyes. So I'm going in with the pink one first, just to kind of color correct any darkness as well as highlight. It is quite thick actually, to be honest. I've heard that these are really comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just going to put some medium beige on top of that. Yeah, I really like medium beige, it's so yellow. So the consistency of these are very thick. I don't want to leave it on for too long because I feel like they will set and be a nightmare to blend out. I may have put a little bit too much. Okay, so they blend out really nicely. Coverage is incredible on this. So yeah, the longer you leave it on, it's definitely a lot harder to blend out. I mean, because it is so thick and it kind of sets really quickly. And for the concealer, I'm definitely just using a beauty blender. Not even going to try using a brush just because I know that I like using beauty blenders a lot better for concealer. So that is the concealer under my eyes. I really like how full coverage it is, but it doesn't feel thick, like it's not heavy under my eyes, which is always a good sign, you know? So that is how the foundation and concealer is looking together. I'm really impressed. I mean, for a $7 drugstore foundation, it's kind of a lot better than some of the high-end foundations I actually own. I'm just setting it with the Morphe contour palette, and I'm using the yellowy one. The foundation itself, you wouldn't have to set it if you prefer not to set your face. Personally, I always set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder just because my bronzer and contour and stuff blend a lot better on top of it. So yeah, that's pretty much how the foundation and concealer is looking together when it's all set. It does look kind of weird, but that's just because I haven't done the rest of my face and like bronzed up. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Show you guys how it looks like all together. I'm back and this is how the foundation is looking with my entire face done, like bronzer and highlight and stuff. I'm gonna come really close. The foundation is looking really nice. My skin has been kind of annoying lately and really like bumpy over here, which you can't actually see anything because the light's a bit too bright. Let me take it down. Does that change anything? Nope. No, it doesn't really, it's just really dark. Yeah, everything blended really nicely on top of the foundation, like it wasn't patchy or anything like that. But I did set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, which does help in making things blend smoothly. This shade Caramel is actually kind of a perfect match. It hasn't like oxidized or anything like that on my skin, but in saying that, I don't have extremely oily skin, so foundation doesn't really oxidize too much on me. Let me read what it claims. It says, Goodbye Photo Flashback helps eliminate white particle reflection. I think I'm gonna take like a flash photography shot, flash photo, and yeah, I'll see if that claim is true. I hate taking photos. To be honest, I don't agree with that flash. It did have a little bit of flashback. Definitely not as bad as those foundations with SPF. Oh, those are crazy. Yeah, overall I really like the foundation, and the concealer as well hasn't creased on me. But I mean, it's only been about like an hour and a half, so you know, it shouldn't crease on me right now. And yeah, overall I really like it. I love the way it makes my skin look, especially on the areas where I have texture. It somehow smoothened it. It is more of a matte finish than dewy. When I set it with a powder, it doesn't get too powdery and dry, even though it is more matte. But I guess it's not like matte, it's kind of like a natural matte. Yeah, that's about it for the foundation. Concealers I absolutely love. It was a bit thicker, the coverage was amazing, but in saying that, it isn't like heavy or like, you know, just thick under your eyes, but these blended out really, really nicely when I used a beauty blender. I'm not sure how it would be with a brush, but I wouldn't recommend a brush for concealers unless that's what you like. And but yeah, overall I'm really, really impressed with this Wet n Wild photo finish range. Definitely didn't disappoint and was worth the, you know, wait. I got it online from Beauty Joint. I mean, I waited about like 3 months for it. Sorry, 3 weeks. 3 months, holy shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my first impression and review on these photo finish foundations and concealers from Wet n Wild. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful or enjoyable, and I will see you next time. Bye. So yeah, that's pretty much, okay, done. I don't know what else to say.